Alright, yeah. Welcome to beta test of Rumpus Recall. This is, yes, it's recording. This is a beta test for a potential YouTube show where I just reminisce about a random year in movies. I am not a professional film critic or student of formal student of cinema per se. I'm just a big movie fan who's seen a lot of movies, consumed a lot of movie magazine content and YouTube breakdowns and podcasts over the years. Just consumed a lot of knowledge. I wanted to do a YouTube show of some kind related to movies, and I thought this might be a decent format. So what I'm going to do is... Oh, I forgot to play my song. Oh, it is playing, but you can't hear it. That's cool. Next time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a random year. I'm going to try to remember a couple films from that year, although knowing the year's films came out is not my strong suit, but I'll give it a try. Then I'm just going to go through, pull up a website for you that's going to list the movies from that year. Probably talk about, the Academy Awards from that year, what I remember about movie titles as they come up, personal memories, industry stuff, and give you, and then by the end, give you some personal rankings in a variety of categories, and make a couple recommendations if you of some more obscure titles that I might really like that that strike my fancy. We'll see how things come up as we go. So the range of movies is going to be within my lifetime. So from 1976 to today. So let's see what the wheel gives us to work with. Spinning. Okay, 2018, not that long ago, just before the pandemic. Boy, oh boy, can I remember any movies from that year off the top of my head? I'm going to say, I was going to guess Ghostbusters Afterlife, but I feel like that was a pandemic movie made during the pandemic. I'm just going to go with that, and we'll see if it's on the list. Okay, so this is Wikipedia, list of years in film, going to 2018. All right, and I think I'm going to skip over the box office and go directly to, just scroll through the list of films. Okay, I got to do by Americans, so foreign language films won't be mentioned in this part. Okay, highest grossing of the year. Okay, so this was Black Panther's year. Black Panther, an excellent installment in the early days of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Well, not so early, but it's pre-Infinity War. An excellent movie. Michael B. Jordan was really great in that, and of course Chadwick Boseman. Ryan Coogler, I think, was the director, and he just had a big hit this year, reteaming with Michael B. Jordan in Sinners. And Infinity War came out this year as well. Okay, so so Infinity War is probably one of my top 3 Marvel movies. I really love the fun in that movie, even though it ends with the infamous snap. It's just it had so much fun along the way, mixing up different characters from different films who'd never met one another before. Thor and the Guardians of the Galaxy was a lot of laughs. And yeah, just and having the Guardians meet Steve Rogers and Bucky in Wakanda, that all that business was just a lot of fun. Endgame, I think, is more popular, but I'm going to pepper in some Bill hot takes throughout these episodes, and I think my one is that I prefer Infinity War much more to Endgame. Endgame, like, was just to me it was a switch in tone. Marvel always was full of fun moments and a certain lightness, and I think that Endgame just really, anytime a moment like started to be fun, it would suddenly turn deadly serious, and I don't know. I don't want too much attempt at realism and drama in my Marvel movies. I like the fun. Let's see here. Incredibles 2, sure. Incredibles is a good Pixar movie. Incredibles 2, not so successful in my opinion, although the box office disagrees. Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. A lot of people give the newer Jurassic movies a hard time, and a lot of fair criticism there. The first Jurassic World I like a lot. In fact, here's a hot take. I think that's my number 2. I don't know if it's a hot take or not. I don't know, but I'll say it is. That's probably my number 2 favorite in the Jurassic franchise. Is Jurassic Park, of course, by a country mile above all the other ones. But Jurassic World is probably my second favorite. But Fallen Kingdom, dinosaurs in a big mansion with all of this cloning stuff. I don't know. I think popular opinion is that it's maybe the weakest installment, and so it's in the running for weakest installment along with Jurassic Park 3. Aquaman I never saw. Not as big into the DCU personally, and it's being rebooted with James Gunn, so the new Superman was good. So maybe I'll be more engaged in the new direction of the DCU, but starting with Man of Steel and all of those it's not sepia, but like all of those movies with Zack Snyder had just this pewter tone and just this heaviness and seriousness. Wonder Woman was probably the best of those, in my opinion. And like I said, never saw Aquaman. Deadpool 2 was excellent. I really liked Deadpool 1, so Deadpool 2 was slam dunk. The Brad Pitt cameo stands out in my mind. I don't know if you can even see any of these things behind me. I'll have to rethink this staging. The Grinch I didn't see. I mean, the original is untouchable to me. I didn't like Jim Carrey's take, and Benedict Cumberbatch, sure, interesting choice to voice the Grinch, but I don't know. Didn't invest the time. Mission Impossible Fallout. Now, this is probably my favorite Mission Impossible movie. Is Fallout. I mean, the Henry Cavill, cocking his fists to rejoin the fight, and just the whole, bringing Michelle Monaghan back, and Simon Pegg and Alec Baldwin had a nice bow out scene. So yeah, and it was a nice capper on the run with that villain that they had caught in the last one, and they break him out of prison by knocking him off the bridge in the prison van, all that business. I forget his character's name, but that was a good capper to the run on that character. Ant-Man and the Wasp. Okay, that was the second Ant-Man movie. That was fine. That was a good one. Oh man, 3 Marvel movies in the top 10 grossers. It's not true anymore. They kind of lost their way since Endgame and haven't really found their way back. Bohemian Rhapsody, sure, that's a good one. Rami Malek, I believe he won. I know he was nominated. I think he won Best Actor for portraying the lead singer of Queen, whose name is escaping me at the moment. But it was a great performance, fun movie, a fun Mike Myers cameo with his little meta, I think, given the use of Bohemian Rhapsody, the song, in Wayne's World to great effect with the headbutting and all of that. Let's see what other movies came out that year. You know what? I'm not going to do it this way. Let's skip to the Academy Awards. The 91st. Okay, this was the 91st Academy Awards. Okay, this was the year that Green Book won. Controversial choice. Green Book with Mahershala Ali and the what's his name, with the Viggo Mortensen from Eastern Promises. I won't acknowledge his probably best known for the Lord of the Rings trilogy, but as many people know, I don't care for Lord of the Rings, so Viggo Mortensen is from Eastern Promises. Yeah, so that was a controversial choice. A shift in tone for Peter Farrelly of the Farrelly Brothers fame. He's done a couple of attempts at serious movies, and hey, he got the Best Picture award for his efforts. What was that up against? It was up against Black Panther that we've already discussed, Black Klansman, which was a good Spike Lee movie. I enjoyed that one. Oh, Jordan Peele is a producer on that. Okay. Starring Adam Driver and Denzel Washington's son, also named Washington. I can't think of his first name right now. The Favorite, the first collaboration between Yorgos Lanthimos and Emma Stone. Also starring, before I read ahead, also starring Coleman, what's her name? Ms. Coleman, who was nominated for, I believe, Best Actress, if not Best Supporting Actress, for The Favorite this year. Also Rachel Weisz in this film. And, of course, Yorgos and Emma Stone would go on to make 4 total pictures together. They're still working together. Of course, Poor Things, for which Emma won Best Actress. They made a small movie called Kinds of Kindness, which I had an opportunity to see in New York City, and Jesse Plemons and one of his co-stars from the movie did a little bit of Q&A after the movie. So that was fun to be able to attend that. I wasn't there. It was the day I arrived to town, and I didn't get there early enough to get one of the screenings where Yorgos and Emma were speaking, which is unfortunate. But and of course, Begonia will be the newest Emma Yorgos collab coming out in theaters now. Roma, Netflix movie from Alfonso Cuarón. It was good. Yep. A Star is Born. Very popular movie. I don't know. It was fine. Bradley Cooper, yeah, he was a good singer. Everybody did a good job with it. Who was the lead? Little Monster. I can't think of the mega star performer musician's name, but she was fantastic in it. It's always fun to see his name's not coming to me, who played his brother. He was also the cowboy in The Big Lebowski. His name's not coming to me right now. And of course, Sha-la-la-la-la-la-la-lo, big hit from that movie. In Vice, another successful satirical directorial effort from Adam McKay. And of course, with Christian Bale playing former Vice President Dick Cheney, who just passed away recently. And I believe Sam Rockwell got a Best Supporting Actor nomination for playing George W. Bush. So let's see. Okay, here indeed. I wasn't looking. I know it was on the screen. Best Actors, Rami Malek for Bohemian, Christian Bale, Yep. Olivia Colman, sure enough. Best Supporting Actress or Best Lead Actress, excuse me. Oh, Lady Gaga, of course. Star is Born. Can You Ever Forgive Me? Picking up a couple of acting noms from Melissa McCarthy. And I'm going to cheat. Richard E. Grant. Great movie. Terrific little movie. I'm glad it got Academy attention. Vigo. Regina King, I didn't see. If Beale Street Could Talk. Emma and Rachel were also nominated for The Favorite. Mahershala Ali won for Best Supporting Actor, Green Book. Sam Rockwell, George W. Yep. Okay. I'm going to skip over to my Letterboxd to help guide me through talking about more of the movies that I saw from this year. We're going to go rank them by my rating. Now, if you're interested in my opinions on movies, my Letterboxd is Cheese Soup Inna, because I couldn't fit cheese soup in a can as my username. Why cheese soup in a can? Because there are a number of words in the English language that are just inherently funny. Cheese and soup are among them. I think cheese and soup are funny words. And of course, the concept of anything you wouldn't expect in a can. And so anything, just that framing, comedic framing in a can, I think is funny. It's funny to me. Shoe is another just inherently funny word from the English language. Shoe, cheese, and soup. Okay, we're doing 2018. Okay. Great. So I already mentioned my love of Infinity War, so no surprise there. It's my number one. Fallout there. Another great movie. I'm surprised that. Why? Oh, okay. So not a lot of high-rated ones for me from this year. As you can see, 4.5 stars for Infinity War, 4 stars for Fallout, and then a bunch of 3.5 stars from there. So I'll go ahead and I wanted to make some obscure movie recommendations that I can vouch for, that I encourage you to watch if you're curious. And Upgrade is one of those. Cool little sci-fi independent film from 2018. Don't know any of the filmmakers involved. Let's see, Lee Wanell. Nope, not ringing a bell. And Logan Marshall Green. I think he's been in other stuff, but let's see. Yeah, no other. So a cast of relative unknowns, but awesome little sci-fi premise. This guy, I think, is paralyzed, and they put a chip in the base of his brain that gives him action, but then they can also take over his body, and he can be like somewhat physically programmed, and so he kind of struggles to maintain control of himself, and they explore a lot of cool avenues for this premise, and it's a great little movie. I recommend Upgrade. Ant-Man and the Wasp is up there. Sorry to bother you. Great little movie. Oh, Tessa Thompson is a terrific actress, and Lakeith Stanfield, of course. This Boots Riley film. Just a great, satirical movie where these folks are telemarketers, and mostly African American telemarketers, but their telemarketing voice is voiced over by Caucasian actors. I believe Steve Buscemi is one of them, and I forget. Let's see if I can spell David Cross. Yep. Okay. Yep, that was a good one. A Star is Born, The Favorite, Black Klansman. What's this one? Oh, A Quiet Place. Yep, from John Krasinski and his wife Emily Blunt. Good directorial effort from him. It spawned a couple of sequels. The first Into the Spider-Verse movie. That was a fun Spider-Man installment. Great Nicolas Cage and small as Spider Noir, and John Mulaney with a great voiceover performance as not Spider Pig. That's The Simpsons. Spider Ham, maybe. Let's see, Skyscraper. a decent The Rock movie with Nev Campbell. That's a TV series. 13 Strong. Yeah, or 12 Strong, excuse me. Oh, 12 Strong. Oh, that's yes, that's about the horse soldiers during which engagement in Afghanistan after 9/11, starring Chris Hemsworth. If you are local to St. Petersburg, there is a whiskey distillery, I think, called Horse Soldiers, and it is from the servicemen who were the titular horse soldiers of. Well, it's not called Horse Soldiers; it's called 12 Strong. But they were the focus of that movie, and they went to as a group to the Kentucky Bourbon Trail, and just fell in love with bourbon and the distilling process for that, and so they set up camp here to distill whiskey here in St. Pete and ship it up to Bourbon County for aging, because if it's not aged in Bourbon County, you can't call it a bourbon. But they make an excellent product. So the tour is fun. If you're in St. Pete and interested, I recommend that. So there's a few streaming movies here. A Futile and Stupid Gesture, which is a dramatic like a live action interpretation of a better documentary covering the story of the Harvard Lampoon. I recommend the documentary over this, but the live action thing was pretty good. So we got another Melissa McCarthy movie this year, Happy Time Murders, an attempt at a combination Muppet type puppet characters in a real world scenario. Not as successful. I mean, I'm a big fan of all of the actual Jim Henson Muppet movies, if they could make a puppet Muppet live action thing that was violent or just raunchy comedy, I would love it. I'm looking forward to the day they make a really successful one. This was an okay attempt, Hotel Artemis, that's a decent movie. You know, it's I would like, you know, it's kind of similar to the hotel concept from John Wick, but as a whole movie. Dragged Across Concrete, that is, who's that director? S. Craig Zoller, reteaming with Vince Vaughn and with Mel Gibson for the first time. I like his first two movies better, Bone Tomahawk, even though it's got a gruesome scene that I had to turn away for, and Brawl and Cell Block 99 with Vince Vaughn. So I would recommend either of those over Dragged Across Concrete, but Dragged Across Concrete is okay. Den of Thieves is a good Gerard Butler movie. I like Gerard Butler movies, and this is probably one of the better ones. I think it actually, you know, was pretty well reviewed. Here, I'll shout out The Spy Who Dumped Me, with Mila Kunis and Kate McKinnon. I thought this was a funny movie. I remember being very entertained. It sort of didn't really have much of a life or a lot of pomp or publicity behind it, but I remember really enjoying it. Old Man of the Gun, good Robert Redford movie. Robert Redford just passed, so if you want to revisit one of his lesser known films, I'd recommend that. Who else? Casey Affleck is in that also. Let's see, a couple good documentaries here. 3 Identical Strangers, about triplets who were separated at birth and raised in completely different environments, and then I believe they kind of accidentally discover one another, and so reunite. Is just sort of a study on how, you know, genetics and, you know, a unique opportunity to study nature versus nurture type of thing, or, you know, how the environment someone's raised and what effects it has on your how one person develops. And of course, Won't You Be My Neighbor, the Fred Rogers documentary was excellent. Of course, I grew up on Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, along with, I mentioned Jim Henson earlier, Sesame Street, so those were always paired for me. Just a great documentary. Like, I had no idea, you know, that he went before Congress regarding, I don't even remember the details now, of children's education. Maybe it was to defend PBS and funding children educational programming. But it was great. Tag, I feel, is an underrated movie. It's got Jake Johnson, what's this? I can't remember the guy's name. Ed Helms, John Hamm, Jeremy Renner, and Hannibal Buress. I thought it was a funny movie. I don't think it did very well, but if you're looking for a comedy, that you can do worse. Oh, another good documentary, Free Solo, about the guy who free soloing is when you climb a mountain face with not a lot of rigging. You're just it's just you in the mountain, and he was climbing El Capitan, I think, or something in the Yosemite National Park, I believe. But that was an excellent documentary. What is this? Bumblebee, sure. Transformer movies. I watched the first one. I watched Bumblebee. Bumblebee was good. Haley Steinfeld is good. She's a good actress. I like her stuff, but it was fine. Widow's a good movie. Which one was that? Without Steve McQueen movie, right? Viola Davis, Michelle Rodriguez, Elizabeth Debicki, Colin Farrell, and Liam Neeson. I don't remember a lot of details from that movie, but I remember enjoying it. Okay, there's Fallen Kingdom again. Oh, yeah. I'm a big Coen Brothers fan, and I believe that The Ballad of Buster Scruggs was their last collaborative, last official Coen Brothers movie. It's a omnibus of little vignettes set in the Old West. A couple of the vignettes are good, I enjoyed, but overall, not in my top half of Coen Brothers films. The one with the prospector was probably my favorite vignette. I forget who the actor was in that piece. It was dead air, dead air, dead air. Where is it? I can't find. I'm not recognizing his name, and I don't remember. But the prospector one. Oh, the James Franco bank robbery one with Stephen Root was pretty good too. Yeah, 8th grade, Solo, A Star Wars Story. Yeah. Chris Hemsworth with another movie that year. Wow, he was really on a roll. He's in Infinity War, 12 Strong, and Bad Times at the El Royale, which was a movie. Isle of Dogs, again, I'm a big Wes Anderson film fanatic, but this was probably my least favorite of his. Yep. Oh, Ocean's 8. That was unfortunate. The Meg, that's a fun movie with Statham. Equalizer 2. Holmes and Watson. Another Step Brothers reuniting of Will Ferrell and John C. Reilly. That was funnier than Public Opinion let on. I kind of like that one. Okay, so let's see. So I want to try to pick out. So I'm going to go. Okay, so best. I'm going to try to do some categories here off the cuff. All right, so let's see. Best comedy. Boy, oh boy. I'm going to put Deadpool 2 as a contender. Not a lot of great comedies in 2018, I guess. I'm going to put Tag in there. Talked it up. And The Spy Who Dumped Me. Boy, oh boy. Those are the 3 best comedies of 2018. I'm going to give the win to Deadpool 2. Best action, Deadpool 2. I'm going to do best action sequence, and Deadpool 2, the bus where the transport bus where Zazie Beetz is demonstrating her good luck superpower, and actually, what does the falling apart? Yeah, I think the falling apart of the strike force, whatever his team is called, I think that happens right before and leads into Zazie Beetz getting all the good luck she needs to get control of that runaway prisoner bus, and of course the breakout of the kid, and Deadpool is fighting Josh Brolin's Cable. That's a great sequence. Fallout, Mission Impossible Fallout. I like the scene where another breakout where they break out that villain character by pulling a fast one on all of the people they're working with and knock his prison bus into the river, and then pick him up on a speedboat through, was it Venice? That's a good set piece, but probably I like the action sequence in the bathroom. I'm going to go ahead and nominate where Cavill cocks his fists that'll be the nominee for that movie. Upgrade, set piece not jumping out to me. Infinity War, the big climax on... well, there's two really good set pieces. There's where they almost get the glove off Thanos on that random planet where it's Iron Man, Spider-Man, and the Guardians. They almost get the glove off them, but they don't. And then, of course, the big showdown on Wakanda, where all of the creatures are trying to break through the force field, and you've got the strong female moment where I think was it Spider and Scarlet Witch and Gamora probably have a moment together. I don't know. There was some moment like that in that movie, and you got Groot meeting Steve Rogers with the lines, "I am Groot, I am Steve Rogers." A nice fun moment. What else? Black Panther. Let's see. Yeah, there's another car chase set piece in that. I'll pick that one. But so my favorite's gonna be the Deadpool 2 scene. Deadpool 2 prison bus break is the best action sequence of that year. I'm going to nominate someone who's on a roll this year. I'm going to go with, let's see, Melissa McCarthy's in two, but one of them, she got an Academy Award. The other was a failed Muppet rip-off movie, so not her. Chris Hemsworth in Infinity War, killing it with the Guardians crew, and then also in El Royale and 12 Strong, so he is probably coming up the most this year, so I'll give him the win for On a Hot Streak. And then I'm gonna, let's see, who's gonna be, I'll try to pick a breakout person. I'd say the Upgrade, anyone from Upgrade, but they didn't go on to do anything else. So that's one good movie for them, but maybe John David Washington had kind of a good breakout there with Black Klansman. He went on to be in Tenet, so he's a contender. Gloria Coleman for The Favorite. I'm sure she had Olivia Colman, excuse me. I'm sure she had a career before that. I know she was in Hot Fuzz. But that's really where her career sort of was jump-started by that Oscar nomination for The Favorite. So that's kind of a breakout for her. Breakout. I was hoping to be able to pull ideas for these categories faster, but it's hard when I don't know what the year is ahead of time. I'm finding breakout first director efforts from John Krasinski for A Quiet Place. Yep, that was his first. So kudos to him for his a good job on his first time out. So we'll go with John Washington, or John, what is it? John David Washington for breakout performance of the year for Black Klansman. All right, I gave a couple hot takes. I think, yeah. So for my obscure movie that I want to recommend, that I would recommend you seeing, that I don't think got enough attention. Once again, Upgrade. I mean, The Spy Who Dumped Me was, I don't feel as strongly about, but it was good, underrated. Tag, underrated. Also, if you don't have anything to do and you're looking for a comedy, you could do worse. Yep, and Best Picture of the Year was Avengers Infinity War. Okay, so I think that's all I have to say about 2018. Thank you, and we'll see if I do any more of these.